it is, everybody. I'm back once again with another video. Today I'm showing you how I constructed this crochet wig and made it look very natural without leave out. Alright, so first really quickly let me show you guys a close-up of this leave out, or actually no leave out. This is all crochet, and as you can see it looks really natural and it actually looks like it's growing out of my scalp. So to construct this wig, I am using the Freetress anti-slip crochet cap. So here's how that looks. And if you look on the inside, you see the no slip band, that shiny part there. And then there's also a comb in the back and two combs in the front. As for the hair, I'm using the 3X Pearl Curl. Say that 3 times fast. I'm using the 3X Pearl Curl from Freetress. And this hair is going to give you the volume and really that natural look. And I'm going to mix this with the Viva curl from Freetress. And it's going to give you more of a defined curl and help maintain that definition. So before we get started, I'm going to start sectioning off the hair that we're going to crochet into the cap. This is the pearl curl hair, so I'm taking a section of this. They kind of come already separated into large sections. And I'm going to pull off a small piece of this, a little less than 1/4 of the hair. And I'm going to take the Viva curl. This naturally breaks off into smaller sections, and I'm just going to split one of those in half. And then I'm going to take those two pieces and combine them together. This is what we're going to crochet into the cap. Alright, if you don't have a wig head, what are you doing with your life? This is going to make it so much easier to make this wig. You can purchase it on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description box below. If you don't want to spend too much money because this isn't something you do often, you can get a little $5 head from the beauty supply store. Alright, so let's start with a close-up of the crochet method. As usual, you're going to insert your hook with the latch open. You're going to put your hair into the loop, close the latch, pull it through. And the one thing I'm going to do differently with this hair compared to other crochet videos I've done is I'm going to loop it multiple times to really lock it in. Because when you're working with curly hair, it tends to kind of slip and slide, so you want to do the loop multiple times so that it doesn't come out. And this should make the hair secure enough so that it doesn't come out, even if it gets tugged. So I'm just going to continue this all the way around the head. Make sure you space this hair out. It gets really big really fast. I actually wish I had did a good amount less hair than I did. I like the look in the end, but for day to day, it's a little too much. So definitely make sure you space this hair out. You can always add more hair, but taking the hair out is a little more of a headache. So use this hair sparingly, space it out, and then fill in the gaps once you're done. There's really no rhyme or reason as to where I'm applying the hair. I'm just kind of seeing where the gaps are and trying to fill that in. Now let's get into my braid pattern on my actual head. I know you're like, if we're doing a crochet wig, why do we need a particular braid pattern? That's because to achieve that natural look in the front, you need to have a braid across the front of your head. So as you can see, I'm starting with that first cornrow at the front of my head, so just straight across. And really what you do after this doesn't matter. I'm just doing some regular old straight back cornrows. And here's how that looks. Now at this point, what we're gonna do is take the pearl curl hair and we're gonna crochet that into the front. The reason I'm only using the pearl curl is because I feel like it matches my natural texture the most. And I'm just gonna cut a bundle of it in half, but make sure you stretch the chopped part so it's not so blunt. So we're gonna stretch the hair out a little bit and proceed to crochet. Notice that this is a pretty thin piece of hair. You don't want them to be too thick because they're more likely to slide out that way. Pull it through, and now I'm going to insert just one side of that strand into the hook and pull that through. And this is the knotless method that I'm sure you all have probably heard about. But what this does is leaves some hair on either side of the braid. But it's most important because it leaves hair on the front side of the braid, and it masks both the braid and the wig. Alright, now that that's done, you need to grab a fine tooth comb and we are going to tease the front of this hair. We're not done yet. It still looks kind of crochet-y in the front, so we had to do a little more manipulation to get it just right. And I'm going to do this in 3 sections, so I'm going to do the right side, the middle, the left side. Alright, so I'm taking my comb and I'm just going to back comb right at the root of the crochet hair and just keep doing this in the front and the back. And what you're trying to do is create a little bit of frizz to mask those loops. You're really just teasing that hair up. And at some point, I stop and I'm gonna section off a little of the hair at the very front. So not all of the hair in front of the cornrow, just some of it. And I'm going to trim that hair just like this. And we want to kind of create some natural looking layers in the front. You know, naturally, at least for me, you know, I tend to have a little more breakage in the front from ponytails and all kind of stuff. But these little hairs are going to help to mask that braid even more. So we're going to trim that hair a little bit, and then we're going to continue to back comb or tease up the front and the back of this crochet hair. Now back to the wig. I am attempting to shape this wig in a way that I actually want to wear it. So I know that I'm going to wear it flipped to the side. But before we get there, I'm going to wet the hair to bring some of the curls back so I can really get a real look at how the wig lays. And then I'm just chopping it up. So first I'm just applying some water to the wig section by section to bring the curls back so I can see exactly how it's going to lay. I'm trimming a little bit at the bottom, but at this point I'm just trimming like the fuzzy stuff, you know, from separating the hair. You get a lot of frizz and things at the bottom, so I'm just trimming a little of that away. At this point, I'm shaping it because I want to take some of that weight from the bottom, give it some layers to bring it up to the top some more. Another reason why I'm using two different types of hair, when you use one type of hair, the curls tend to be like super uniform to the point where they kind of meld together and it just looks, you know, kind of unnatural. By mixing two different curls, you have a much more natural look because naturally our hair, you know, our curls aren't perfect, so it gives, you know, a little more realness to it. And once again, look at this close-up of the front. It looks so natural. It just blends seamlessly with my hair. That's all I have for you guys in this one. If you like what you see here, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you have any questions. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell so you don't miss a thing. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.